Abandoned skyscrapers around the world are eerie, with dark histories, natural disasters, or wartime vestiges. Each one has its own story to tell, from unfinished buildings to cold prisons to ghost towns in the desert. These places attract adventurous tourists and evoke a haunted feeling of a forgotten past. Let's learn about them together today. Let's get started. Number 1 is Saturn Unique Tower, a 49-story skyscraper in Bangkok, Thailand, which was intended to be a luxury apartment complex. However, construction stalled in 1997 when the Asian financial crisis hit, halting the project after it was about 80% complete. Since then, the building has been abandoned and has become a symbol of economic collapse, attracting many urban explorers who often have to bribe security to get inside. The place has a gloomy, desolate look associated with many creepy stories, including mysterious discoveries of bodies that have raised questions about the dangers or supernatural forces lurking inside. Number 2 is Rumu Prison in Estonia, built by the Soviets in the 1940s near a limestone quarry where prisoners were forced to do hard labor. After Estonia gained independence in 1991, the prison and quarry were abandoned and no longer maintained, causing groundwater to overflow and form a large lake. The area is now a tourist and diving destination where visitors can swim through the ruins and submerged mining equipment. Although it is a fascinating place, its dark and painful past still leaves many visitors feeling chilled. Number 3 is Bodhi Town, located in the Sierra Nevada mountains of California, USA, which was a bustling gold mining area in the late 19th century during the gold rush. At its peak, Bodhi had about 7,000 residents, with shops, bars, and brothels catering to the miners. However, when the gold reserves were depleted, the residents gradually left, and by 1915, the town was officially abandoned, becoming a ghost town. Today, Bodhi is preserved as a National Historic Site, with more than 100 intact structures and objects still in place, giving a creepy feeling as if time had stopped. Number 4 is the Pavlovsk submarine base in Russia, a massive underground military facility built during the Cold War to serve the Soviet Pacific Fleet. Deep in the mountains, the base's system of tunnels and storage facilities was designed to conceal and protect nuclear submarines from attack. Construction began in the 1960s, but was not completed until the 1980s, and was eventually abandoned when the Soviet Union collapsed. Despite its abandonment, much of the base remains intact, creating an eerie and chilling atmosphere. It is also a popular destination for those interested in exploring forgotten locations. Number 5 is Bannerman Castle, located on Polypel Island in the Hudson River near New York, and is the remains of an armory built by businessman Francis Bannerman in the early 20th century. Bannerman purchased the island in 1900 to store the large quantities of weapons and ammunition he had acquired during the wars, and began building the castle in a unique European style. After his death in 1918, a large explosion destroyed much of the structure, and the place has since been abandoned. Although now severely degraded and potentially dangerous due to the possibility of undiscovered explosives, the castle still attracts tourists, explorers, and photographers because of its mysterious beauty and the haunting atmosphere of a relic forgotten by time. Number 6 is Ponyhenge, a strange field in Lincoln, Massachusetts, famous for its hundreds of toy horses, from rocking horses to plastic horses, arranged in mysterious circles or formations. The phenomenon began in 2010, when the first rocking horse appeared on the side of the road, and since then, more and more people have been adding them to the field. What's remarkable is that no one knows exactly who created or arranged them, and they are often quietly relocated. With its desolate, dusty appearance and quiet atmosphere, Ponyhenge has a feeling that is both eerie and haunted. making it one of the most mysterious abandoned places in America. Number 7 is the Eastern State Penitentiary in Philadelphia, USA, which was one of the most famous and advanced prison facilities in the world when it opened in 1829. With its unique fan-shaped design, it once held notorious criminals such as Al Capone and was a model for more than 300 prisons around the world. After its closure in 1971, the prison fell into disrepair, with rotting walls and crumbling hallways, creating a dark and creepy atmosphere. Today, Eastern State is a popular tourist destination with historical tours and ghost hunting, where many visitors claim to hear screams, footsteps, and the feeling of being followed in the dark. Number 8 is the SS Airfield, a cargo ship built in 1911 that now lies abandoned in Homebush Bay, Sydney, Australia. After being decommissioned after World War II, the ship was not dismantled, but instead abandoned in an area that had once been an industrial landfill, where it is now famous for its unique appearance. Over time, the hull was overgrown with vegetation, specifically the dense mangroves that grew inside, transforming it into an eerie, floating forest in the water. The sight of a rusting ship being swallowed by nature has made the SS Airfield a symbol of the combination of neglect, decay, and the resilience of nature, and one of Sydney's most famous photo spots. Number 9 is St. George's Church, located in the village of Lukova, Czech Republic, is a mysterious and creepy place, famous for its dark history and haunted atmosphere. Built in the 14th century, this church was once an important religious center of the village. However, in 1968, part of the roof collapsed during a funeral service, which locals considered a bad omen. After this incident, the church no longer held services and was abandoned for many years. In 2014, a group of university students used the church as a location for an artwork, placing cloth figures in the church's pews, creating a spooky scene that attracted tourists and those who love to explore abandoned places. These figures, along with the desolation of the building, create an eerie and creepy atmosphere, making St. George's Church one of the scariest places in the Czech Republic. Number 10 is Lee Plaza, an abandoned building in Detroit, USA, built in 1929 as a luxury Art Deco apartment complex. However, the Great Depression made this plan unsuccessful, and the building changed hands several times. Lee Plaza later became a nursing home, but it could not sustain itself and was closed in 1997. Currently, Lee Plaza is in a state of serious disrepair, with many old and unfinished items from its previous residents. Despite plans to renovate it, Lee Plaza remains a popular destination for urban explorers who are drawn to its haunted, deserted space and dark history. Number 11 is the Uyuni Train Graveyard, located in the Altiplano region of Bolivia, and is one of the strangest and most impressive places in the world. It contains hundreds of old locomotives and carriages, mostly abandoned from the early 20th century. These trains were used in Bolivia's railway projects, but were abandoned due to lack of resources and political issues. The arid climate and strong salt winds from the nearby salt flats have caused the locomotives and carriages to rot quickly, creating a mysterious scene of ruins. The Uyuni Train Graveyard is now a tourist attraction and a place for photographers, with its desolate and mysterious beauty standing out against the vast sky of the plateau. Number 12 is the Belitz Military Hospital, located near Berlin, Germany, a historic medical facility built in the late 19th century, famous for its unique architectural buildings and haunting history. During World War I, it treated many soldiers, including Adolf Hitler, who was treated here after being wounded in the war. During World War II, the hospital continued to operate as a military facility and was later used by the Soviet military until 1994. After being abandoned, Belitz became a popular destination for urban explorers with its eerie atmosphere and traces of desolation. The moldy buildings, old medical equipment, and gloomy atmosphere create a creepy feeling, making this one of the scariest abandoned hospitals in Europe. Number 13 is the Buried Church in Paricutin, Mexico, and is one of the strangest and most haunted places in the world. In 1943, the Paricutin volcano suddenly emerged from a cornfield and began spewing lava. During the eruption, the village of San Juan Paricutin was completely buried under molten lava, including the village church. Although the lava filled most of the village, the church remained standing, with only a portion of the building remaining, with the roof buried under the lava and only the walls and bell tower sticking out. Today, the buried church has become a unique tourist attraction, attracting tourists from all over, offering a strange feeling when seeing the combination of brutal nature and the remains of a community that was completely wiped out. Number 14 is the Presidio Modelo prison, located on the island of Isla de la Juventud, Cuba, built in 1926 and is one of the most famous prisons in Cuba. Designed with a distinctive circular structure, the prison could hold up to 2,500 prisoners and was famous for housing many political prisoners, including Fidel Castro and his comrades in the 1950s. Although the prison was designed to rehabilitate prisoners, the prison conditions were extremely harsh, with overcrowding and frequent uprisings. After Fidel Castro came to power in 1959, the prison continued to operate until 1967, when it was closed. Today, Presidio Modelo is a national monument and tourist attraction, attracting visitors to better understand the history of Cuba and the political struggles here. The prison's desolate cells and gloomy atmosphere make it a haunting destination. Finally, Humberstone is a ghost town in the Atacama Desert, Chile, founded in 1872 and once one of the world's largest saltpeter production centers. With around 3,500 residents at its peak, the town thrived on the saltpeter industry, serving a global demand. However, as demand declined and synthetic production technology became available, Humberstone was abandoned in the 1930s. Today, the town is a UNESCO World Heritage Site, with its ruined buildings, including hotels, factories, and residential areas, still standing. It is a popular destination for visitors looking to explore the history and survival in the harsh desert conditions.